Yo, what's going on everybody? Mano back here for another solo Ascendant challenge video. You can see the timestamps for the entrance, the eggs, and the Ahamkara bones are on screen. If you just want to fast forward to those, they'll also be linked down in the description box below. So this week we have a very easy Ascendant challenge for you. Go ahead and make sure you pick up your bounty from Petrevenge, and we're actually going to head over to the Spine of Caries, which is over in this area. It's where the observatory is, it's where the entrance to the Shattered Throne is. It's also the first area where you actually enter into the Dreaming City in Forsaken, so you will recognize some of those areas. While we're heading over there on our Sparrow, I want to say massive thanks to all of you who've been subscribing, commenting, really representing really an awesome growth to the channel. It's fantastic to see so many people who really enjoy the content. If there are other videos that you would like to see, I have some other ideas for videos on the way. Of course, make sure you stay subscribed and up to date. Go ahead and click the bell so you know whenever my videos go live. Thank you so much for all that, and thank you for your massive support. We're really close to 14K subs, which is insane because I think it was only a week ago that we were at 12K, and it's just amazing the growth that we've had. Of course, as we move on over into this area, you do not need to kill any of these enemies. I'm just basically running around checking out a couple of things really quickly, popping my Ascendants really quickly on screen there. You do not need to fight any of these enemies. So what you're going to do is go into the area where the observatory is. We're actually going to be heading over to those platforms over there that I'm aiming at. So go ahead and enter into the area where the oracle is and take a left. If you have your Ascendants pop, there is actually going to be a shortcut that you can take. With Ascendants popped, you can actually see that there are some invisible little little platforms here, and you can basically take this path all the way around so you don't have to go the long way, and it makes it go a lot quicker. Over there, since I have Ascendants popped, you can actually see the portal open right now, so that is actually pretty cool. You can see it from a distance. Make your way over here. Again, if there's any enemies, you can go ahead and shoot them if you want. Otherwise, you can skip them. It does not matter. This Ascendant challenge is actually just a lot of platforming with very, very little actual gunplay. There's a little bit where you have to fight some different enemies, but mostly it's just platforming around some rocks. On that note of platforming, make sure that you are comfortable with the jumps that you are using. And right here, we're going to go ahead and approach our entrance location right here. Now, it may seem like it's super far away, but the truth is that the area where the Ascendant Challenge portal is will basically suck you in. As soon as you get into these Shattered Ruins, you will see a number of broken out platforms that you can jump onto. This is going to be a big platforming challenge like I talked about. The key to this one is try and follow a staircase-like pattern, so like a spiral staircase pattern, all the way up to the top while watching for enemies, taking booping effects, and making sure you don't get shot from enemies. Right there, you can actually see some of the taken push-off mechanics are actually starting up right here, and it's important not to stay in too many places at once. You want to keep moving. There also may be some blights that will actually show up, some tiny little blights that will cause you to take damage. There are also snipers throughout this area. When I get to that center platform, I look for that little staircase that I just jumped onto. That is where I go next and go to the area where the sniper is. As soon as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and take a left onto this rock and up to this kind of crystally looking rock. You will then see a statue right there with a rounded globe-like piece in its hand. There are a couple of snipers that you can take out. You can actually see up at the top kind of our destination where we're going to be going. The next place I like to go is over where this tree is, and if you stand on the edge, you won't get booped by the taken pushing effect. But I'm going to make my way on this rock. The only problem with this blue rock is that it does rotate. So you need to make sure that if you are going any place where you're jumping over, make sure you keep a jump in return. And the goal is to get on top of one of the statues here. As soon as you get to a certain area in terms of height and closeness to the end of the Ascendant challenge, a bunch of Shadow Thrall and a bunch of Taken Thrall are going to go ahead and spawn in. You can just go ahead and take them out. They're not very dangerous. Honestly, a couple of shots that are well placed will knock out most of them, or a grenade or anything else like that. I want to say that there's probably like 15 of those thrall that come on over in this area. As soon as you jump onto the lip of this platform here, there's going to be a central platform right there. What is going to happen is an enemy is going to go ahead and spawn in. He is going to try and push you off the edge, but I recommend using a burst super, machine guns, something where you won't get impacted by any of the take and pushback mechanics. And that's it. That's actually the entire Ascendant challenge. You'll see the portal spawn up here in just a second, as well as the chest. I do know that some people have been saying that some of the Ascendant challenges are glitched. If that happens, just go ahead and fly out to orbit and try it again. But there is the portal. Pretty easy to do. What I'm going to do now is switch to my Wish Ender bow. Again, you need to have the Wish Ender bow to destroy eggs, otherwise they are going to show up as immune. The first taken egg is right on top of the portal on your way back, and you can go ahead and shoot that. It's dead center in the middle of the dome. The next egg is actually going to be behind a pillar down over here. The easiest way to orient yourself is to think about the way that the statues are facing. It is actually on the back side of both of those. If you look where the statues are, they're facing the opposite way. You can either shoot it on that platform, or you can go over to this side and shoot it that way. It does not matter. You should be able to hit it from either side. As soon as you've gotten those 2 eggs, those are all the eggs that you can get in this Ascendant challenge. What we're going to look for now is one of the spheres of the statues is going to be holding the Ahamkara bones. Just take a quick look. It's usually the one, kind of the way that I approached it, it's kind of the one that you jump up to right to get to the top lip. You can actually see right down here. If you don't see it on that one, there is the Ahamkara bones location. Make sure you save a jump. You can basically just fall off down into this area and use your jumps to cushion your fall and get the lore, and you're all taken care of. As soon as you do that, go ahead and climb back up to the top. Of course, make sure you do that carefully, otherwise you will get killed and you will not get credit for the Ascendant challenge. You do need to make sure that you pick up the chest. I already picked up the chest in this clip, and you are good to go. Some people have asked, what is the purpose of the eggs and the lore? The lore is just for lore and collectibles, and the Dreaming City Triumph called Cursebreaker, as well as the eggs, and it gives you a cool exotic Sparrow. So that was the Ascendant challenge for January 22nd, 2019. If you did like something in this video, a positive rating is greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny 2 content. Good hunting, and I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.